Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Jay-Z has built one of the most powerful empires in music history. Billion-dollar deals, global influence, and a carefully crafted legacy. But now, a single DNA test threatens to unravel it all. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This could change everything. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think about this shocking twist. Let's get into the story that might shake the entire Carter empire to its core. Jay-Z has spent decades building an empire worth billions, but one DNA test could bring it all crashing down. Rymir Satterthwaite, the man claiming to be his secret son, just won a major legal victory, forcing Jay-Z to finally respond to the paternity claim. This isn't just about child support. It's about legacy, power, and the lengths hip-hop's biggest mogul will go to protect his image. The judge's deadline is set, and the clock is ticking. What happens next could rewrite Jay-Z's entire story. Rymir Satterthwaite was 19 years old when a DNA test changed his life forever. It was 2011, and the results proved Robert Graves, the man listed as his father on his birth certificate, wasn't biologically related to him. This left one glaring question. If Graves wasn't his father, who was? His mother, Wanda, had an answer that would spark a decade-long legal battle. She claimed Jay-Z was the only other possibility. Wanda Satterthwaite's story begins in 1992, back when Jay-Z was still an up-and-coming rapper performing at small venues. She says they met during this time and had a brief relationship. When she became pregnant, Jay-Z allegedly denied being the father. She filed for child support, but the case was dismissed due to jurisdictional issues. At the time, Jay-Z wasn't the global superstar he is today, so the case didn't make headlines. For years, Rymir grew up thinking Graves was his biological father. The 2011 DNA test shattered that belief. When the results excluded Graves, Wanda came forward with her claim about Jay-Z. She says he was the only other man who could be Rymir's father during that time. This put Rymir in a difficult position. He now had to prove paternity against one of the most powerful men in music. The legal challenges started almost immediately. Without Jay-Z voluntarily submitting DNA, Rymir needed court intervention to force a test. His first attempts hit roadblocks. Some filings were rejected on technicalities, while other efforts stalled in the system. Jay-Z's legal team reportedly argued the statute of limitations had expired. They claimed too much time had passed since Rymir's birth to bring a paternity case. This wasn't just about child support anymore. For Rymir, it became about establishing his true identity. The DNA test had raised fundamental questions about his family history that he needed answered. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's star continued rising as he built his business empire. The power imbalance between an everyday family and a billionaire celebrity made the legal battle even tougher. Wanda stood by her story as the years passed. She maintained that Jay-Z was Rymir's biological father, even as the case seemed stuck in legal limbo. The initial DNA test had answered one question, but created many more. What started as a personal family matter was about to become a very public fight. The results had set the stage for a high-stakes battle that would test the limits of celebrity influence in the court system. The legal battle between Rymir Satterthwaite and Jay-Z has been shaped by years of strategic delays and power plays. Jay-Z's lawyers repeatedly blocked attempts to move the case forward, starting with the initial dismissal of Wanda's 1995 child support claim due to being filed in the wrong state. This set a pattern that would continue for decades. When Rymir sought DNA testing as an adult, Jay-Z's legal team claimed he wasn't a New Jersey resident to avoid compliance, despite receipts showing Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, acknowledging their New Jersey property in her book. Rymir has openly accused Jay-Z of using his wealth and influence to manipulate the legal system. He alleges lawyers and judges were paid off to ensure the case never gained traction. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court rejected Rymir's appeal in 2019, and similar obstacles appeared in New Jersey courts. These repeated dismissals created a roadblock at every turn, with Jay-Z's team consistently arguing procedural technicalities rather than addressing the paternity claim itself. Social media became Rymir's unexpected ally after years of legal frustrations. When 50 Cent shared posts about the case, it went viral, with Nicki Minaj amplifying the message by reposting. So, this explains the trending topic. To God be the glory. This publicity shift forced the case into public consciousness, making it harder for behind-the-scenes legal maneuvers to go unnoticed. The attention may have influenced the recent judicial decision to finally move forward. Jay-Z's legal strategy focused on two key arguments: statute of limitations and residency. His team claimed too much time had passed since Rymir's birth to pursue paternity, while also denying New Jersey jurisdiction. These technical defenses delayed the case without ever addressing its core question. Meanwhile, Rymir struggled with legal representation, saying some attorneys abandoned his case under suspicious circumstances he believes were influenced. The tide turned when a judge recently granted Rymir's ex parte motion, setting a July 2025 deadline for Jay-Z's response. This order suggests the court recognized the pattern of obstruction and is now demanding accountability. It represents Rymir's first major legal victory after years of setbacks, creating an opening for potential DNA testing. The ruling also signals that celebrity status and legal teams may no longer be enough to indefinitely stall such cases. All these years later, Wanda's initial child support claim has evolved into a high-stakes battle over truth, power, and family secrets. The same legal tactics that kept the case buried now face scrutiny under public pressure and judicial oversight. With the clock counting down to next year's deadline, the carefully constructed walls around this decades-old secret may finally start to crack. For the first time in 3 decades, Jay-Z has an unavoidable deadline looming over him. On July 18, 2025, he must respond to Rymir Satterthwaite's paternity claim by order of Camden County Superior Court Judge Karen Whitfield. This isn't just another legal filing. It's a turning point in a case that's been stalled through every possible legal maneuver. The judge granted Rymir's ex parte motion, demanding Jay-Z formally address the allegations or face serious consequences. The order cuts through years of legal obstacles that previously protected Jay-Z from confronting the claim. Judge Whitfield's ruling highlights suspicious patterns in the case: missing files, stalled subpoenas, and conflicting statements about Jay-Z's New Jersey residency. She's made it clear she won't tolerate further delays, warning that contempt findings could follow if Jay-Z's team attempts to drag this out any longer. This puts the rapper in a position he's avoided for his entire career, having to answer directly to a court about his alleged son. Legal experts say the judge's decision shines a powerful spotlight on the case at exactly the moment public interest has peaked. Social media exploded when 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj shared posts about Rymir's claims, with Minaj writing, "To God be the glory," alongside the story. This outside pressure may have influenced the court's willingness to finally push the case forward after years of dormancy. Now the media spotlight intensifies as the clock ticks toward next year's deadline. The financial stakes are massive. If paternity is confirmed, Jay-Z could face over $9 million in child support liabilities, spanning Rymir's lifetime. More importantly, New Jersey law would grant Rymir inheritance rights, meaning potential claims to Jay-Z's empire of music rights, business ventures, and real estate holdings. His billion-dollar deals with the NFL, Live Nation, and streaming platforms often include moral clauses that could be impacted by a confirmed paternity case. The entertainment industry is watching closely to see how this affects his business partnerships. Jay-Z now faces limited options, all of them risky. He could submit to a DNA test privately, but leaks are inevitable given the public interest. He could continue fighting in court, but the judge's order makes clear she's running out of patience. Any further delays risk sanctions and career-damaging headlines. The one thing he can't do anymore is ignore this. After 30 years of legal evasion, the system is finally demanding answers. This isn't just about child support or DNA anymore. It's testing whether celebrity influence has limits in the justice system. For Rymir, it's a chance to prove his identity after a lifetime of questions. For Jay-Z, it's a threat to everything from his public image to his corporate empire. The next 10 months will determine whether this case fades away or becomes the defining chapter of his legacy. With the judge's deadline set and the world watching, the pressure has never been higher. The paternity case has taken a darker turn, with Rymir Satterthwaite and his supporters claiming they faced intimidation tactics. In May 2024, Rymir reported that his car window was hit by gunfire just weeks after he filed new court documents. Police filed a report but found no suspects or shell casings. Rymir believes this was a deliberate act meant to silence him. The timing aligns with heightened legal pressure on Jay-Z to respond to the paternity claim, raising questions about who might want to discourage Rymir from pursuing the case. Rymir's godmother, Dr. Lily M. Coley, also claims she's been targeted. In 2023, 3 disputed liens appeared on her Camden property. When she challenged them in court, the documents mysteriously vanished. The liens had no clear origin, and their disappearance only deepened suspicions of outside interference. These incidents reinforce Rymir's claims that powerful forces are working behind the scenes to obstruct his case. Another unsettling encounter occurred in 2022 when 2 unidentified men arrived at Rymir's back door claiming to be process servers. They drove away in an unmarked SUV when questioned. Body cam footage shows police investigating, but no arrests were made. Rymir sees this as another attempt to intimidate him into dropping his legal fight. The pattern of strange occurrences, missing legal documents, gunfire, and suspicious visitors paints a troubling picture for someone merely seeking acknowledgement as Jay-Z's son. The alleged intimidation tactics surrounding Rymir's case aren't isolated. DeAndre Hadley's federal lawsuit in Florida accuses individuals of misusing the Baker Act to silence whistleblowers. Nicki Minaj has connected these events to her own experiences, claiming similar tactics have been used against her. Minaj says her social media reach has been artificially limited, which she interprets as punishment for speaking out. The parallel suggests these alleged intimidation methods extend beyond just Rymir's situation, hinting at a broader playbook used to suppress inconvenient truths in high-profile battles. These claims, if proven true, could have severe consequences for Jay-Z's reputation and business dealings. His image as a philanthropist and business titan would clash with allegations of backroom pressure tactics. Corporate partners often include morals clauses in contracts, making these intimidation claims more than just a legal headache. They could jeopardize multi-million-dollar deals. With the judge's July 2025 deadline looming, the stakes are higher than ever. Each new allegation brings more scrutiny, making it harder for Jay-Z to dismiss the case quietly. If intimidation tactics were indeed deployed, they've backfired by drawing more attention to Rymir's claims. The coming months will reveal whether these incidents were coincidences or part of a calculated effort to bury the truth. Either way, the pressure is mounting, and the truth may finally surface. Jay-Z's entire legacy could change in just 10 days. The July 18th deadline forces him to finally respond to Rymir's paternity claim after decades of silence. A confirmed DNA match would mean $9 million in child support, but the bigger threat is inheritance rights, potentially opening Jay-Z's billion-dollar empire to legal claims. Businesses with moral clauses might reconsider partnerships, and the public could see him in a completely different light. This case isn't just about money, it's about truth, power, and the limits of celebrity influence. Stay tuned as the clock runs out. Whatever happens next will rewrite Jay-Z's story forever.